What's going on, everyone? Today I thought we'd take a look at 10 states that are actually advancing your gun rights in 2021. Now, this is in no particular order, and these are just 10 states that are doing the right thing. I know there's been a lot of talk of negative gun laws, anti-gun laws on the federal and state level, but here's some positive ones on the state level. So let's get started. Number 10, Florida. Once again this year, there has been a bill introduced to make Florida a constitutional carry state, but it looks like it's stuck in committee right now, so hopefully this one doesn't die like the previous year's bills. So if you live in Florida and want to see some pro-gun bills passed, you've got to get on the phone with your congressman and tell them you want to see it passed. And while you're talking to them, go ahead and tell them you want to see that red flag and binary trigger ban law repealed. Number 9, Georgia. The Georgia Second Amendment Protection Act filed in the House is basically a well-written sanctuary state law. And they've also filed for constitutional carry there, but I don't think that one has a lot of traction just yet. So another one of these states where you need to get on the phone and try to get something done. Number 8, New Hampshire. House Bill 197 is a bill that strengthens the stand your ground laws there, and it's passed the House and now heads to the Senate for that vote. So keep an eye on that one. Seems like a pretty good bill. Number 7, South Carolina. One of the biggest pro-gun bills introduced there this year is a bill to allow open carry with a permit. South Carolina is one of 5 states that doesn't allow that. And they also introduced a sanctuary state bill there. Number 6, Tennessee. Now, they have introduced a constitutional carry bill, and it's sitting in subcommittees right now, so if you live in Tennessee, go do some research and get calling on that one and get that one going. But it does look like, from what I was reading, that has a fairly good chance of getting passed and signed into law. So make sure you get behind that one and let your congressman know that you want to see that passed. I want to take a quick break here. Just to remind you, if you're enjoying this video, make sure you hit that thumbs up button. And if you're new here and think I've earned it, consider subscribing. And also, if you think someone else will enjoy it, make sure you share it out. That helps more than anything. Number 5, Texas. Now, Texas has several pro-gun legislation bills in the works this year, the biggest being a much overdue constitutional carry bill. Texas has been getting left behind when it comes to gun rights in the last few years, with so many other states passing constitutional carry and it not happening there. So hopefully this one makes it into law. Texas also has a few others. Some of the better ones are a bill to curtail the governor's emergency powers when it comes to firearms sales, use, and transportation, an anti-red flag law, and also a Federal Firearms Protection Act, which is basically a Second Amendment sanctuary state bill. Another interesting one is a Domestic Violence Protection Act, which basically says they know that protective orders are just a piece of paper and they won't really do anything, so this would allow the victim, if they're legal to own a firearm, to carry a gun unlicensed. Now, of course, that's if the constitutional carry doesn't pass or whatever, or currently it doesn't have it. It also has an exemption that allows the victim to carry in some gun-free zones. I encourage you, if you live in Texas, to research all these bills and contact your congressman and let them know to get behind these bills, and also make sure they're opposed to all those anti-gun bills that have been filed there also, because there was a bunch of them, and I know that made a lot of news in the beginning of the year when all that was filed. But there is some really good pro-gun ones there. Number 4, Oklahoma. Now, we have several pro-gun bills introduced this year, and with any luck, it looks like some of them have a really good chance of becoming law. The one I'm probably most excited about is a bill that will fix our CCW permits to allow the license holders to bypass the NICS check when purchasing a firearm from an FFL. This one is way overdue. So many other states already have this, and I've gotten hit with a delay way too many times, so I am very excited to see that one go into effect, as long as I can get it passed. And also, they've got a bill to make Oklahoma a Second Amendment sanctuary state, a bill to make it easier for nonviolent felons to have their rights restored, and there's several other good bills. Number 3, Indiana. Constitutional carry has passed the House and is headed to the Republican-controlled Senate, so hopefully this bill has a good chance of becoming law. Although it is meeting pretty heavy opposition by some of the large law enforcement departments, claiming the same thing we heard in every other state before constitutional carry was passed, even though we have almost 20 states now that have it. You know, and these states aren't seeing the Wild West shootouts and the blood running down the streets like they told us we would have. Now, if Indiana would just do away with their stupid red flag law. And number 2, we're going with Utah, and they already have constitutional carry. It was signed into law on February 12th, so this is great news for Utah. And they also have a bill working its way through the system to strengthen the state preemption laws. So hopefully that one passes also. And number 1, Montana. Constitutional carry here was signed into law on February 18th. And this bill, from what I read, seems to go well beyond just constitutional carry and allows for some campus carry, and there's some other stuff in it. You'll have to go research that on your own, but it seems like a pretty good bill. I'm sure I missed a bunch here, and these are just some that I found. So if you know of some other pro-gun bills in these states or others, make sure you leave them in the comments below so that maybe someone who isn't aware in your state can see these and take action. I highly encourage you to do some research on pro and anti-gun bills working their way through your state's government, and make sure you contact your state representatives, give them a call, shoot them an email, let them know where you stand on it and where you want them to stand on it. And don't just assume because you live in a red state that they're going to vote the way that you want them to. Anyways, thanks for watching. Have a good day.